Hello and welcome back to the Eagles channel, the channel for entrepreneurs with focus, zeal, determination, and compassion to achieve their desired goal as entrepreneurs. Okay, in today's video, we are going to be discussing about what I've titled other capitals you need beside money. Other core capitals you need beside money to start your business, right? Now, the good thing is some of you would have even gained this capital over time, but you do not know. By reason of the place you work or your knowledge skill, you may not know that you have gained this capital over time. But in this discussion, I'm going to highlight some of them so that you know and probably polish them a bit, right? Money is not your initial capital, no. Money is in fact the sixth or seventh capital you need. In fact, in most cases, money is the last, right? So I'm not discussing with you what I have not practiced. Virtually everything I'm discussing with you here are my own testimonies or stories of people around me, right? Now, I'm sharing them such that just like I didn't know before, but as I also listen to others, I come to realize that this is important. There are things that I've practiced, there are things I've acquired, but I didn't know I've acquired them. I even didn't know I had them, right? So sit back with me in this discussion set, and I will share a bit of them with you, and you will know that some or even all you have gained. Okay. Now, also just as a tip up, I will try my best to ensure each of the videos, because it's going to be a series. I'm not going to discuss all in one video, right? I'm going to split them, right? Now, but first of all, what do we need? What do we need as capital, to start our business? Virtually everything you put together to start your business is called a capital. Everything, money, intellect, the people you know, the awareness of your locality, right? Your mindset, right? Your relatives, the time, all put together. They're all your capital. But now it's splitting them together, splitting them individually, understanding each piece, right? To know where you are deficient in, and then probably that is even the area that will help the business to stand up, right? So I'm going to focus on the capitals that involve, that matter to the startup, not the ones that matter to existing companies or bigger companies. My focus in all of these are for startups and those who are planning to become startups, right? So the first I'm going to discuss today, in this very video, is the one I have titled, spiritual capital. You wonder what concerns spirit with business. Yes, spiritual capital, right? So in this part, which is part one, excuse me, I'm going to be discussing with us the spiritual capital you need, right? So now, at the end of each of these videos, I'm going to be sharing links where you can also study a bit of this for yourself, right? I'm not teaching you something out of nothing. They've already been there, right? But study, research has made me know that everything is there. So you just create your own time to study for yourself too and gain the knowledge, right? Now, spiritual capital for a new beginner refers to the intangible, value-based assets like strong sense of purpose. What is your purpose, right? What is your purpose for becoming an entrepreneur? What is your purpose for starting a business? Now, your ethical conduct Your positive mindset. Many people have a wrong mindset. Their words betray them. They are before they even start a thing, they have confessed negative about that stuff, right? You see somebody saying, I can't do this. I can't do this. Already, as they begin to say the spirit man gets into, takes it up, and by default, they find that they are not able to do that. These are things that will make a change in their life, a positive, dramatic change. But with their tongues, they confess negative, and that becomes the norm for them. Right? Now, I talk about positive mindset. If your mind is not set to go into a business, if fear is there, if you've not built courage, there's no hope for success. Now, over time, I've got to understand that some people have the capacity, maybe by reason of where they've worked, yes, they've built capacity, right? They even have the financial resources, right? They also may have the opportunity. But one thing they've not developed is the courage. The courage. And courage is not something some other person will give to you. Courage must come within you. The courage to go into the venture into that desired business of yours must come within you. So if from within you, you've not established or built that courage to go out there, confront your fears, and get the business started, and move, and even overtake your competitors, then you might say, but I've tried it before and it failed. Why did it? First, when it failed, you weren't the one that failed. Remember, you weren't the one that failed. The approach, the methodology, probably what you went into, you didn't apply the right step. That is why it failed. Now, but sit back, understand why it failed. Go back to ask yourself, what did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? You must have done something wrong that made it fail. Either you did it or circumstances around you caused it. But find out why it failed. If that is your desired business to go into, find out why it failed. Because if you don't do this, you might likely fail again, and then you quit. No. For you to succeed, you don't quit. Remember, you are not the first to start the business, and you will not be the last. There are people many that have started long ago. They've experienced terrible bankrupts. Find out from your country. The billionaires today, the trillionaires today, the wealthy. I'm not just talking about the rich people, the wealthy people today. Have they ever experienced bankruptcy? Find out. You'll be surprised to know that yes, in fact, every one of them must have experienced bankruptcy in one way or the other, but they didn't quit. So why would you be the first to quit? Why will you? Do you know if that is your first test? Now, how you'll be able to launch back is not dependent on any man but on you. Even God experienced a time where nothing seems to be working. If you read Genesis 1, it said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth, and there was darkness all over. And the Spirit hovered. What are you hovering on? Are you pondering on the next step that you will take to overcome the challenge? The Bible said the Spirit hovered. Now, while that was going on, God wasn't just relaxed and wondering why is everything dark. No. He had his mind ready with what he wants to do. And when it was time, he began to say, let there be, let there be. So, are you in this situation whereby fear has taken over your mind? Let me tell you what you can do to overcome your fear. Go online, do a research of others who may have experienced fear but conquered it in one way or another. just like I'm telling you now, right? I is I took courage to resign. I'm going to share my story one of these days again. I took courage to resign my job, a 100,000 naira paying job, to a 30,000 naira paying job. You ask me what that is a stupid thing to do. Yes, I despise 100,000 for 30,000. Now, why? The 100,000 naira job wasn't giving me the exposure I needed. I've attained it all. Meanwhile, I was losing out on skill, on knowledge, on understanding in my kind of business. So I returned back to the state where I know the challenges there will motivate me to learn more. Not to be where I'll be earning 100,000, but I'm redundant in knowledge. Now, one other time again, I resigned to face my fears, to go full. Why? Because I wasn't comfortable where I was. The only way I'll be comfortable is to go forward, and that is to start my own business full time. So I don't know what your fears are. There are many like us that have stepped out, right? Even like if you watch one of my videos where I talked about how I raised capital to start my bakery, I lost money twice. I lost my part of the money was my UK ticket. I lost it to Chiefs. I lost my job. I lost other fund that was also putting together for my business, but I did not quit. I did not go and sit in my father's house and say, okay, I've lost everything, therefore, no more business. No. Beloved, I stepped up. So, build your spiritual capital. Build your courage. Build your mindset. Be determined to succeed. Say to yourself, I am a success. I've been made a victor already. I've been made a conqueror already. And when you have that mindset, even the devil will flee from you, right? So build your inner man and see that, and see it give you what you want. Now, see you in the next, in part 2 of this series, right? And in part 2, I'm going to talk about time capital. Remember, blessed.